What's going on, guys? Cyn for the win here. We are back with our franchise mode as the Buffalo Sabres, and we're picking up where we left off here. Tremendous start to the year, 26-0. First line is going ham there, racking up the points, especially Wahlstrom. 20 goals in 26 games played, 38 points total. However, second line is lacking. Now, since we are doing so good, I am hesitant to make the trade. And we are missing Marov right now. He should be back pretty quickly. So what I was going to do is have another month, sim one more month before I decide to make the trade. But I do think if we do make the trade, Matthew Tkachuk is a really, really good option. We can keep him happy with ice time. I believe he'll be listed as a first liner, but he's playing second line in Calgary anyway. So those 18 points in 26 games that he has, we should expect that sort of rate of production. And, you know, hopefully it'll kind of spark that second line a bit. At least that's kind of the idea. But first and foremost, we're going to sim a bit more, see if that second line can maybe begin to sort of fix itself. And if it can't, then yeah, we should be looking for him. Because while we're dominating here in the regular season, with our first line especially, what happens when we go up to the playoffs and there's a line out there that shuts down our first line? And if our goal is to win another cup, that can be a big issue. You do not want to be a one-line scoring force in the postseason, that's for sure. So Tkachuk would be a really, really good addition, I think, to our team there if we decide to go for him here. So again, we're going to sim up here, sim a little bit longer, get Marov back, put him back in the lineup, see if that second line can sort of improve upon itself before we decide to make a move for Matthew Tkachuk. All right, draft rankings. Let's see what's going on there. So no steals scouted yet. Low franchise, yeah, right. There's a high goaltender there. Likely going to be a high fringe starter with this draft ranking. Any low, so no, still nothing really going on. That's okay. We don't really need a draft anymore. We've got so much. All right, we're continuing here. We did lose that one game. Marov is now fully healed, so there we go. And that's what we were waiting for, Marov to come back. So Pekar will get scratched. If I can move my... There you go. Pekar will get scratched, as I was saying. Oh, wait. We did something like that, huh? Yeah. And then Marov will hop back in there. So we'll see. Let's see if that line will improve upon itself now. I'm not expecting it to. Like we've had they've kind of been the same all throughout what's been happening here. So to expect something to magically fix itself, I don't think that's going to be what will happen. But, you know, one can hope. So that's what we're going to do here is hope in the rest of this month that second. Luckily, there is plenty of games here. And the rest of this month, maybe we see some bumps to that second line production, but not going to hold our breath here. It looks like our first line is really carrying, and it seems to be enough. I mean, our goals for is off the charts. Like I said, the move will be mostly a postseason type move. I want to be able to have another competitive line. Another line that can put up points. And we know the third and fourth line, they can get some depth goal scoring. We had some good guys down there who seem to step up in big game moments for us. And that's definitely good. We need that in the playoffs. However, again, something like a second line, having that be a sore spot on our team, that's a lot of ice time. And we don't want that to be the case here come the playoffs. So we're continuing here, continuing to win a lot of games. Goals against is still doing pretty good. Some back and forth, allowing some goals here and there, but that's going to happen throughout the year. Old Mark isn't going to be full God mode all the time, although he will be God mode when it counts. Wow, 39-1, 31-9-1 here. So let's see. Did that second line improve upon itself? Wow, Wahlstrom. 58 points in 41 games played, 30 goals on the year. Crazy. Alrighty, so goals for per game, 3.66. Goals against, 2.22. That ratio is absolutely insane. That's 1.44 differential between those two. That is crazy. 26.3% on the power play. Best in our division. Actually, no. Florida somehow has a better one. In 7th place, 28.6% on their power play. Weird. Penalty kill, still kind of lacking. 78.4. No shorties against, 2 shorties for, so that's nice at least. 8-2 in the last 10, 7-4-0 on home ice, 14-5-1 on the road. But the moment of truth is that second line improving. Doesn't look like it. Holy hell. No, they are not. No, something's got to be done here. I mean, we have 41 games played. Middlestat is on pace for 44 points. McGrath on pace only for 40. Yes, he will get 20 goals, but not enough, man. Just not enough. It's something we need a boost on that second line. And it looks like Marov's the guy that's going to hop out. Him and McGrath shoot about the same amount. And I believe, almost said Brady, Matthew Tkachuk, well, he does have one less game played. His shot, it's slightly less. But more production. Not a whole hell of a lot more, but what does he have to work with? Gensel? Lindholm? At least him and Lindholm. Like, Gensel's on pace with our other guys, Lindholm and Tkachuk. Like, that's where we'd want our production to be for our second line. So I think picking up Tkachuk here would be just a massive improvement. And we don't need him to shoot as much as McGrath. You know, McGrath is going to be the goal scorer. We need Matthew Tkachuk to be that hybrid production guy. Get some goals, but rack up the assists as well. Just a good point scorer. He is a minus, but I think on our team, with our defensive capabilities, that will turn around very quickly. And again, I really think he has enough defensive capability to not only match what Marov brought, but maybe even bring a little bit more. Low discipline is of course an issue, but only 18 penalty minutes in 40 games played. It's not as big of an issue as it could be. So Matthew Tkachuk, I think, would be, he might even have a fight or two. No fights, no. But I think this is what we need to do. I think this move will will kind of put us over the edge. Now, our first line may get slightly less points, but even if that's the case, whatever, you know? This isn't about personal accolades here. This is about the team effort and our team goals here, and we want to win 4 cups in a row. And this is a move I think we're going to have to make that happen. So Marov, he's hopping in there. We'll likely have to send across a first as well. They don't want Marov. They don't want to give up Tkachuk. But we can make this work. I don't think they'll want our picks either, so we could offer a prospect instead, but let's send that first across. So Marov and a first for Tkachuk. Let's see what they say to this. I don't think this will go through, but we'll get an idea of where they're at. So rejected, woefully insufficient. Okay. So we might have to send forth a pretty reasonable prospect, which is a good thing. We have plenty of goalie prospects, and they do want some. This Flaherty guy, 59 overall, 20 years old, this is a guy I think we should send across. And that should, and they want him too. They want an elite prospect goaltender. We're sending a Marov, a good second-line roster player, plus an elite prospect goaltender for Tkachuk. And I don't think they'll reject this, but they might, which is fine. We could always send across more. Flaherty might not even ever get to elite, so you can maybe take that value, cut in maybe a little bit down to size to 2/3 or a half in the long term. But for right now, this is what we're offering. And it went through. They accept our trade offer. Matthew Tkachuk is now a member of the Buffalo Sabres. Yeah, we trade away a quality player, but you're telling me that Matthew Tkachuk isn't a quality player or a star player even? I think he's like 88, 89 overall. Give me that. All right, so Matthew Tkachuk will immediately go in there. Now, I don't think he'll be a penalty killer, and we need to check out that penalty kill anyway. He is put in there. So, what do we do here? Byfield. Who should be our other penalty killer? Could try Volpatty out. He's not that good yet. And that's kind of it. You know what? Didn't we have McGrath? I'm going to try McGrath on the PK. His defensive stats are out of this world. And hell, man, he might even be able to get some extra shorties for us. Him and Byfield playing there together. We'll see how that works out. It might fail miserably, but we got to try. All right, keep McGrath on the one time there. Yeah, so he is 88 overall. Cool. Alrighty. Trying to think what else can be. How's that 3-man? Okay, Pachensky. Yeah, okay. We'll see if these changes help a bit. We'll see if McGrath on there helps out. Okay, well, thinking Tkachuk might need some extra ice time. Should be in the extras. 3-on-3. Instead of McGrath, we might go with Tkachuk here. Yeah, that seems like a better option. Oops, left winger. Byfield, man. Do I have another center option? Nah, probably not. I was thinking about actually switching them on the extras. Like that. And having... Because Middlestat's a pure passer. Tkachuk can score goals. Byfield, more hybrid. Reinhardt, I don't know. Let's try that out. We'll see. We'll see how that works out. I don't know if it'll work out, but we'll try it. It's only the 3-on-3. It'll just happen in overtimes, things like that. Okay. Yeah, third line doesn't seem to be getting a whole lot. We could always switch it back to like what it was before with, you know, Thompson, Byfield, Bachenski back on the fourth line. But Nylander's racking the points up. He's got that power play time, which is a big reason why he's getting... Oh, he's only got 5 points on the power play, so 17 points 5 on 5 is actually not bad for that third line. It's just Byfield and Bachenski seem to be a bit slower going. And our fourth line's getting some good production too. So our third and fourth line are producing. Not as much from our third line as in the past, but that's all right. All right, so these are the new lines here. Tkachuk, the new addition to the Buffalo Sabres roster. Let's see what happens here. See how the production goes for the first line. Second line, we should see it jump. Speaking of which, I should probably check out what their numbers are right now. Weren't they at like 20 points or 21 points apiece? I should just check that just to see what kind of increase they're getting. So they're both at about, what, 0.5 points per game, around that. 22 points and 20 points. Let's see what happens here with the addition of Tkachuk. 22 and 20 for, well, 22 for Middlestat, 20 for McGrath. Let's see in this month how much improvement we can get from that line. And see if it actually takes away from the first line. I don't know if it could. It might. I mean, that can happen. But I'm not going to worry about that. Even if I don't think we'll lose a few more games, but basically we just need to make the playoffs, and I think the rest will take care of itself, essentially. Good game right there. We lose one, then we answer right back with 2 wins. One of them a shutout. 1-0 shutout. And we lose 2-1. Interesting. All right, so not the strongest of starts here in this month. Really not the strongest of starts. Just got shut out right there. I don't think our defense or offense should have been made worse, but could have just been a bad stretch right there for your offensive production. Here's an easy game. Sharks are 12, 31, and 5. Sharks are going to be really bad 8 years from now, apparently. Volpatti's been injured sore knee. February 1st, he'll be back. Luckily, we got Pekar to step in there. I think Tage Thompson's going to have better face-off, so he should go in the middle. And Pekar will fill in on the wing. How many centers do we have on this team? It's kind of crazy. Yeah, that'll be fine. All right. All right, beat the Sharks here. Come on, don't lose. Yeah, there you go. Would have liked a few more goals there. Draft class, anything new? Or are our scouts just taking the year off? Seems like they're just taking the year off. It's fine. I'm cool with blind picks. Yep. Again, I don't even think I have a full scouting team because I was kind of expecting it to almost be a last year here. But you guys are saying if we don't win the cup this year, we will end this franchise, move on to a new one. And if we win it, then we got to try to break the channel record and get 5 cups in a row, which we were not able to do. In NHL 17, we got close with Vancouver. We won 4 cups straight, but then we got ousted in the first round. We had some cap problems there. And we tried to pick up, you know, one more big name for the road, and just didn't pan out for us. All right, so overall, wasn't our best month, but we only lost 3 games. We didn't get a point out of any of those games, which sucks, but at the same time, we still did well. We're still 38, 13, and 1. And now's the moment of truth. Is our second line production better? Wahlstrom is almost at the 40-goal mark. 39 goals at only 52 games played. I can't wait to see his end total for goals. 73 points. Absolutely insane. He might even win. He might win a lot of hardware. Maurice Richard, Art Ross, maybe even Ted Lindsay again. All right, so actually goals for did actually go down a little bit, but I don't think it's going to maintain at that 3.66, but it's still 3.5 and above, which again is really crazy. That's a lot of goals for per game. You're averaging 3.5 goals for per game. That's a crazy number. 2.25 goals against. Went up slightly, but it's still it's still the lowest in our division. Power play percentage 25.7. Penalty kill kind of got worse, 77.5. And we allowed a shorty. So maybe McGrath isn't the guy there. We got to keep trying different combinations. We got to find something that'll work on that penalty kill. We're going to need a good penalty kill, especially in the playoffs. 6-4-0. What? Oh, I guess we lost another game in there. 6-4-0 in the last 10. Let's see what that second line's about. Middlestat at 30 points now. McGrath at 27. So Kachuk only got 3 points in that stretch. Not amazing. Middlestat got 8. And McGrath got 7. So all in all, it was a better stretch, I think. Yeah, and I think, once they adjust to each other, it should be good. But my goodness, look at this first line production. Wallstrom has 73 points. Reinhardt has 67. Eichel is 64. Crazy. Insane. All right. Defenseman, Dahlin, 33 points in 52 games played. Ristolainen, 29 points. Playfair has got 27. Look at that. Now that's some depth goal scoring. I think we have this guy in the top 6, right? Isn't this guy in the... Or did we move him to the... no, I think he's actually in the top... Yeah, it's DeMarchi Seabrook, top 6. That's right. But yeah, Playfair. We have a lot of scoring defensemen, though, so bear that in mind. Yeah, Playfair should... That's a decent chunk, man. He's actually on pace for about 40 points. Pretty good. Yeah, look at the plus minuses as well. Whew. 36, 26, 29, 20. Good stuff. How's Olmark? How's the god doing? Okay, not as godly. 0.925 save percentage, 2.10 goals against, but it's still really, really good. And Dano, those are respectable backup numbers, and his record is even more impressive. 12 wins, 2 losses, 1 overtime loss. He has a shutout. That's only in 16 games played, so he's gotten us 25 additional points in 16 games played, well above what I expect out of my backup. Bare minimum, in my opinion, you should be getting a point per game played out of your backup on average. And we're well above that. So that's good. Things are looking good. Can't complain. Let's actually check out the progress reports as well for our prospects in our system, because we didn't actually do that last month. I don't think we even checked out the defense or the goaltenders last month either. My bad. All right, so Volpatti, nothing. Okay. In the system, Janssen, grown by 23 here. Yeah, some solid growth from him. Sauer's grown. Decent growth. Bahinski, that's a high 7. Don't care about him. Allen, this guy's playing in our AHL. He's got some morale growth combined with natural growth. That franchise goaltender. Plugging along there. Yeah. Not too bad. Still got plenty of a season left for those guys to improve as well, so things are looking very good for the Buffalo Sabres future and present. I mean, can't argue with 3 cups in a row, and that prospect pool is filthy. All right, so this is the month of February. We will be getting into the trade deadline area, and that's where we can attempt to maybe shore up some other holes. Now, maybe a penalty killer is one thing we'll want to grab here. But let's take McGrath off. It didn't improve our penalty kill. It actually got slightly worse, so we'll say no to McGrath. And find someone else. Who could... I mean, we could try Kachuk on the PK. Ooh, this guy really likes Nylander. That's good. He's on the power play with him, so hopefully that helps. Also likes Reinhardt, Wallstrom, and Dahlin. That's good. He's already... Already finding some chemistry with our roster here. Oops, hold on. Oh, it's just performance. No ice time morale hits. So that's nice. So McGrath is actually kind of almost not quite on pace, but he should be getting 25 goals here. If he has a really good end of the season, he could get 30. I'm not counting on it, but yeah, I'm just trying to figure out who the heck can we put on that PK. Thompson's a minus right now. Might try something here. Let's go back to what our third line was last year and have Bachenski on that fourth line again. See if that'll do anything. And for the penalty kill, I guess I can try Tkachuk on there. I don't know how well he'll do, but we'll try it. Okay, let's try Tkachuk on the penalty kill, see if that'll improve it. But I don't know. Something's a little bit off with that penalty kill. Might be even be in the defensive pairings, but we're also kind of sort of forced into that because we need to give DeMarchi that extra ice time to keep him from losing morale from playing in the top 6 when he's clearly a top 4 guy. So ice time, that's something that we really got to worry about. When you have a stacked team like that, you got to make some exceptions. And maybe on paper we won't be perfect in as many categories as we maybe would be with a more balanced team, but we're winning cups, and that's the ultimate goal here. So, ooh, see, I almost simmed past the deadline. Don't want to do that. So let's sim up to the deadline here. Volpatti's back, so let's get him back in there. Sub him straight out. We can even try him on the PK, but he's young. Younger guys, I've noticed, don't really seem to do incredible on the PK, especially in the like first year in the NHL. So just keep giving him that ice time. No thanks. All right, let's see if this month will be good for us as well. See if Tkachuk can get that point scoring going on this team, because he only got 3 points in that stretch, while his line mates got 7 and 8, or I don't know, 7 and something else. 7 and 8, I think it was. That was a massive victory, 9-2 against Boston. Sit down. Nope. Ooh, we're scoring a lot of goals here. We allowed some in that game, but we won 8-5. So showing them who's boss. And then we're right back to allowing few goals. Oh my goodness, 7-0 win against the Rangers. They did just beat us in this next game though. We lost in a shootout, though. We got a point, so not too bad. And we did score a lot. We are scoring a crap ton. 5 goals for, 9 goals for, 3 goals for, 8 goals for, 3 goals for, 7 goals for, 5 goals for. And right here, 3 goals for in regulation. Got the winner in overtime. I'm going to say that's because I switched Tkachuk and Reinhart, even though it's probably not the case. I'll take credit when it's not due. Oh my God, 8 goals for again. Holy hell. What a month for goal scoring. We have yet to score anything less than 3 goals in a game in this month. Try deadline, yep. Right there we lose, but we get 4 goals. Didn't quite get a point out of it, but whatever. We just gave points to Florida. They're inconsequential. 47, 14, and 2 at the trade deadline. Wow. That's a record. And look at Wahlstrom. He's almost at 100 points at only 63 games played. He's already got 53 goals. This guy's easily getting 60 goals. Holy crap. Well then. Wahlstrom is a god as well. Oh, look at that. Look at those goals for. 3.84 goals for. We have 96 points already. We're 16 points ahead of the second place team in our division. I think it's safe to say we're taking this division with great ease. Goals against 2.3. Power play percentage 28.9. Calm down. Penalty kill is now at 75.9, so it actually got worse. Oh, so do we want to pick up a penalty killer? Maybe. That might be something we want to do here at the deadline. Tkachuk didn't help. Jesus. 24-8-1 on home ice, 23-6-1 on the road, 8-1-1 the last 10. We're a good team. Pretty good. Oh my goodness. Even Reinhardt has only over 90 points. Whew. Those are some good point totals. Yes, indeed. And you know what? Second line is actually looking that the Middlestat and Kachuk at least are looking like they should get 50 points. McGrath, more of a question mark, but however, he has 23 goals. He actually might get 30 goals. If he has 30 goals, I don't really care that he won't get 50 points if he gets 30 goals. Even if he gets 25 goals, I won't even mind it, because we also have Nylander, who's going to be on pace for at least 40 points. So he's looking solid. But yeah, let's just talk about this first line for a minute. 93 points for Wahlstrom, 91 for Reinhardt, 86 for Eichel. And Eichel is a 35 goal scorer. He's looking like he'll be a 40 goal scorer. And even Reinhardt could be a 30 goal scorer. Our first line, it's OP. This isn't fair. Other teams can't handle this first line. And I hope that remains true in the playoffs, because if it does, we're in good shape. But if not, I think our second line is a lot better optimized now for some success in the playoffs. We do have a quick drop-off, though. Nylander's getting some good points, but I just noticed Jack Eichel's plus-minus. I just noticed a plus-minus of that first line. Plus 69, number one, nice. Next one, plus 65, and then plus 66. Unheard of. I'll just say that. That's unheard of. Tage Thompson has gone from a minus player to a plus player back on that third line. Bochenski getting some decent points. Byfield, plus player at least. Takes some penalties, but that's what he does. Yeah. I'm kind of still speechless over those first line plus minuses. Dahlin still only 38 points. Holy crap. He hasn't actually done much since we last checked. So Playfair might actually, I mean, it's also probably because he can't really get a word in edgewise on that with that first line playing together as well as they are. Playfair is kind of benefiting from boosting that second line, 36 points. Ristolainen with 36 as well. But I think what we really got to look at is, once again, plus minuses on our defensive core. 44, 39, 36, 31. Even our top six, plus 13, plus 12. Those are solid. Solid numbers. Look at Bale. 4 game winners. He's only got 7 goals on the season, and 4 of them are game winners. Big Bale, man. He's getting the job done. All right, goaltenders, Ullmark. Okay, still doing well. I don't know if he'll be taking the league. He'll have to have a bit of more improvement there, but I think if he could shore up that penalty kill, that would help. That would go a long way to helping him out. And Dano, these are solid backup numbers. Nothing wrong with him. Not as incredible as his first year here, but I don't really care. This guy's a solid backup. And Ullmark, those are great starting numbers. I mean, honestly, if he keeps this up, he'll probably be boosted back up with more statistical growth. These are crazy numbers. And even if not, 85 is clearly good enough for this guy to play well. Yep. All right, who are our rookies? Seabrook and Volpatti. Yep. So, not going to have anyone in contention for that Calder, but we don't really need that. We will definitely be having guys in contention for Maurice Richard, Art Ross. Maybe even Eichel will get in contention for the Selke. Yeah, face-off percentage not quite good enough. And his giveaway takeaway is actually not even that good either. So, never mind. He won't be getting that. Well, there it is. There's the Buffalo Sabres. Absolutely dominating the competition. The only weak spot is that penalty kill. So, what do we do? Oh, hello, Volpatti. Mr. I just jumped up to 82 overall. Let's check those progress reports real quick before we brainstorm. I might want to give him penalty kill time now, because he did just jump up by 4 overall. Get wrecked, system. Let's see, where are you at? Where are you at? Oh, there he is. Let's see where that growth came from. All the way across the board in his puck skills. Offensive awareness went up 85, passing's at 86. He's looking good. Looking like a very well-balanced guy. Decent shot. Looking a lot better defensively. I want that awareness scope a bit more, but those are looking like penalty killing numbers. I think I should try this guy out on that PK. Maybe because I don't know who we move. The only guy I would maybe consider moving for a penalty killer would be Morgan, but he's actually getting a good chunk of production on that fourth line, which is another thing we're going to need in the playoffs. Sometimes the best defense is a good offense, and then we also have a very good defensive core and Olmark back there, so so yeah, maybe no trade. Maybe don't mess with the team. Maybe just try Volpatty on that penalty kill. Give him some extra ice time, keep him happy. That could be the ticket. Sowers up to, was he already at 54? Who knows? London, he grew a little bit more. Allen, I think he was at 72 last we checked. Maybe he was already, I think he was, I don't know. But some decent growth. Let's just check out by potentials here to see who's actually not growing. Osala is not. But he'll get off-season jumps. I know he's listed as a backup, but Dano's doing so freaking well. God damn, we have two guys. And Myers now 80 overall. My goodness. Wow. So some elites not growing, but I don't really care. We have so many elites that some of them not growing, inconsequential. We just don't care. We're so good. 47, 14, and 2. I mean, this is the deadline. We don't even have 15 regulation losses yet. We don't even have 20 total losses on the season. Almost. We almost hit the 50 win mark at the friggin' trade deadline. So, OP. Okay, so New York. Wow. 92 points for New York. They're actually only 4 points behind us. New York, New York. I'm just curious. I just want to see what they got. We might have to be facing these guys sometime in the playoffs, so what do they got? Hicka, Zubers, Teravainen. Nothing incredible, but they have really good depth. Very good depth. Not so good of a defensive core. Grubauer right now is injured, but he's been playing fantastically. Well, he's still in there. All right. Well, they're deep. You can't take that away from them. They're a very deep team. Decent defensively. Not amazing, but they're decent. And of course, they have Grubauer, so... But again, when you look at them compared to us, I think we're the much better team overall. I mean, their third line, I think, definitely beats ours out, and that's one of the few times we're ever going to be able to say that about another team. In their maybe even their fourth line as well. I don't know what Heedle's overall is, but could be that they have some better depth than we do. But I think our defensive core and goaltending would beat them out for sure. But my goodness. So, what do we think? Try to internally fix the penalty kill or make a trade for a penalty killer? Now, like I said, Morgan will likely be the guy to bounce out if we decide to go for that. And that's kind of difficult. Because as I said, 21 points on the fourth line isn't bad. He's +5. And this is a guy who can move, in case of injury, can move up into a bigger role. Even get put on the power play with his offensive numbers. And will likely succeed on that power play. Although in the short amount of time he was on it, he did not have a point. I don't know. It's a tough call, but maybe Volpatty on that penalty kill will be enough. Maybe it'll be just what the doctor ordered here. Anyway, let's check this out. Put Volpatty in there. So lefty, face-off 78. So slightly less than Byfield, so we'll just leave him like that. We can try that out. Maybe even shift around some of these defensive pairings. But I like I said, I really liked DeMarchi for the penalty kill there. For the ice time plus the other things. He's an 85 overall now. God damn. Oh my goodness. What a talented defensive core. 2 90s, 2 86s, then an 85 and an 82. Yeah, That's really my only other internal suggestion for the penalty kill. And again, even if we make a trade, there's no guarantee it even works out, and we end up coughing up someone like Morgan. Or maybe someone's going to say, get Nylander the hell out, but I can't. I think he's just too important. He's a leader in the locker room. He's got the A. He's on the power play. He's playing a very important role in that power play. He's on pace to break his, at least a couple of those last season records of power play numbers. He's got 5-game winners out of 15 goals. Big game player. Doesn't take a lot of penalties. It's hard. It's hard for me to say. It's hard for me to want to move anyone, really. But if you guys are saying it needs to be done for the sake of that penalty kill, then maybe it will need to be done. But I can't really see. I don't know. I'm torn on it, so I'm going to need your guys' help. Should we make a trade for a more defensive player for the penalty kill, or should we roll with these lines and roll with this team and trust the process here? So that is what I leave up to you guys here for the trade deadline. And in the next one, we will be making another run for a cup. If we lose, the franchise is done. If we win, we're going for 5 and breaking the channel record. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Remember to leave that like, and I'll see you in the next one. If watching my videos just isn't enough sin for you, be sure to go over there on Twitter and shoot me a follow, and you could even join our Discord server as well to talk with some of the other sinners out there. The links to both are in the description.